So you're sick and tired of forgetting your friends' birthdays and spending hours memorizing 2 lines for a work presentation. Well then, get some chopsticks ready. Or better yet, ask Elon Musk for advice on how to improve your memory. What? You don't have his phone number? No worries, we did it for you. Back in 2001, Elon Musk phoned mechanical engineer Jim Cantrell, who used to work for the French Space Agency. Musk wanted to know if it could be possible to send a spaceship to Mars. He was willing to build his rockets, so he borrowed some books on the topic from Cantrell. In no time, he was ready to return the books and discuss rockets, physics, and astrodynamics with the scientist. Cantrell was surprised. Want to become a rocket scientist from scratch too? Well then, listen up. As we can sum up from his interviews, Elon Musk has 2 basic learning rules. First, you gotta make sure you're building your own tree of knowledge. If you want to go beyond your limits of learning, start with a trunk and big branches, and only then get into the leaves. And by now, you might be wondering, what on earth is he talking about? Well, let's say you're learning a new language. Instead of remembering individual words, you should start with some general rules. When you understand and memorize those, you build a strong trunk for your knowledge. It works for anything you're trying to learn, from physics to TikTok trends. The second rule is that you can't remember what you can't connect. Elon Musk never learns anything at random. He connects every new piece of information to some deeper, more solid base he already has. So instead of collecting tidbits of knowledge and throwing them into a fire that will eventually burn out, you have to discover ways to connect the leaves and branches of your knowledge trees and let them bloom. To help your trees grow, you gotta surround yourself with people who are the best in their field. Can't invite the world's brightest minds for a barbecue in your backyard? Well, at least make them virtually present in your life. Watch their interviews, listen to podcasts, and read as much as you can. Musk recommends books about other geniuses and reading as much as you can in general. When he was 9 years old, he devoted himself to reading the complete Encyclopedia Britannicas and then moved on to science fiction books for around 10 hours daily. If reading is not your idea of fun, can I interest you in clenching your fists and other unconventional ways of pumping up your brain power? 99% of the world population has a dominant hand. What's yours, by the way? Yeah, I mean the one you use to write, make food, paint, etc. Try to switch to your other hand now, and then to strengthen neural connections in your brain. That will make your mind and memory sharper. Use your opposite hand while brushing your teeth, cleaning, or washing the dishes. It might seem hard the first time you do it, but it'll give your brain the perfect kind of stimulation by adjusting. Just keep practicing this exercise regularly. And don't do it while you're driving your car. Zumba, salsa, jazz dance, hip-hop, dance your heart out as often as possible. Enroll in dance classes, or watch an online video with some dance moves you've already thought looked cool when others were doing it. When you learn new dance moves, you boost your memorizing skills and processing speed. Try using all your senses in everyday life. Visit a farmer's market, travel, garden, bake a batch of cookies, take notes at a meeting, or try a new restaurant. Whatever you do, focus on touching, tasting, smelling, hearing, and seeing things all at the same time. The more senses you use, even for something you do every day, the more brain power will involve in keeping that memory. Spice up your daily life. Take a new route to work, put your calendar on the other side of the table, or try a new type of coffee. Pay attention to details you usually ignore. Can you tell how many plates you have in your kitchen cabinet right now? Count them or the number of stairs you take every day. Also, try taking a shower with your eyes closed. Doing things using the sense of touch will signal your brain about them and give it a good workout. Still waiting for the fist clenching part, aren't you? In 2013, psychologists from Montclair State University experimented. They concluded that clenching the right hand for 90 seconds helps in memory formation. If you do the same with your left hand, it can improve your memory recall. They asked 50 adults to remember words from a long list. Those who clenched their fist could recall more words, believe it or not. The researchers believe that clenching a fist triggers specific brain regions responsible for memory processing. Can you remember the name of that girl someone introduced you to at their birthday party? Or that nice mechanic who helped you fix your car? You'll probably recall their face, but the name is a different story because it doesn't tell you that much about them. If you want to give your brain another dose of a workout and make an effort to remember that data, just say it out loud. Repeat all the things you've just thought, read, or heard out loud. It will strengthen your memory. Read aloud. Go back to those things through longer periods of time, every few hours, every day. That's how you master complicated data and skills. Build your own memory palace. Put the memorabilia back. I'm talking about another memory technique here. Choose a place that you know really well, your hometown, school, or maybe your closet. It's ideal to choose the one that is large and has many details. Let's say your house. Now think of a route that goes through that place. You enter through the front door. What do you see next? Your kitchen? Okay. Now choose the location where you'll store the information you want to memorize. Each spot has to be unique. It can be a separate room or an object in that room. Now, grab a piece of paper and draw your palace in every detail. Once you're done, close your eyes and visualize the image. Open your eyes and compare the image in your mind with what you have on paper. Keep practicing until they match perfectly. Divide the information you want to memorize into chunks and spread it throughout your palace. If you're trying to remember a speech by heart, locate the first phrase on the doormat, and further, line by line, around the house. Make up your coding system. Use more than words and numbers. A swan can replace a number 2, and a marching orchestra can stand for march. Try to find symbols that make you feel something. They can be moving and making sounds. Whatever helps you remember them. Visit your memory palace every day for at least 15 minutes. Walk through it as you would on a museum excursion, except pay attention this time. You can walk through the entire route or focus on one room per day. Just close your eyes and go there whenever you have a second. You can use the same palace over and over. Just refill your chosen spots with new information and set on a new tour. You can also go royal and use more than one palace at a time. Say no to GPS. Not when you're driving through some unknown city at night, of course, but every now and then. A 2013 research found that always relying on technology to guide you causes a part of your brain called the hippocampus to shrink. It's responsible for spatial memory and relocating data from short-term to long-term storage. So try to figure out your way to get to places whenever possible, or at least go there using GPS and travel back relying on memory. Use chopsticks. Studies show that it helps grow new extensions of nerve cells. It enables the communication between brain cells. If you aren't a chopsticks kind of person, try knitting, rolling a pencil between your fingers, or any fingertip activity. It all has a similar effect on your brain cells.
Everyone was in awe when they saw the Tesla bot up and dancing on stage. The concept of the robot is to help out humans with everyday boring tasks, like buying groceries, cleaning your house, and mowing the lawn. It can also take on some challenging tasks, like fixing your car or preparing a meal. But on the flip side, you won't see it doing all the routine tasks all the time, since it's aware of what it's doing. Tesla cars have some of the best software in the world, with incredible AI technology for navigating and self-driving. Besides their fancy look, they don't emit toxic chemicals like regular cars. They're extremely fast and can connect to your phone and help you out with many tasks while you're on the road. They build the cars using state-of-the-art technology, and they're very durable. But Tesla is more than a car company. Technically, it's also a software company. The self-driving mechanism takes data from the real world in real time and uploads it to their servers. So when many Tesla cars are on the road, they're constantly updating the maps and intelligence for any Tesla out there to pick up this new info and apply it while self-driving. So if your Tesla is on self-driving mode and you run over a pothole, it'll save that incident for other Tesla users to warn them about it. The AI is good enough to follow routes and navigate through traffic. It can even sense pedestrians on the sidewalk, or if they're crossing the road without looking. It can also avoid certain obstacles around and park itself in tight spaces by analyzing its surroundings. So the whole system relies on humans to constantly update it for the AI to grasp what's going on. This is how the Tesla bot will also operate. It will do daily tasks and learn from certain mistakes it might make. The robot is equipped with many cameras and sensors to balance itself out while standing on its 2 feet. Tesla cars are basically just supercomputers on wheels. You could even consider them to be a robot manufacturing company before the announcement of the Tesla bot. It's almost 6 feet tall, weighs 125 pounds, and has a screen as a face. Anyone can easily outrun it since it can only move at 5 miles per hour. It can carry no more than 45 pounds, but it can deadlift around 150 pounds. So it can easily carry something like a couch without breaking its back. And since the AI relies on learning, it'll undoubtedly be exceptional at doing small tasks that don't require much to get the hang of them. It'll observe what items to take and place in a shopping cart while grocery shopping. It'll probably know what brand of milk you like specifically, and pack the good fruit and veggies. It may even conduct purchases and know how much to spend on a certain budget. And for house chores, it can probably learn how to do the dishes and tidy up without breaking something, or even misplacing some of your things. If you own a Tesla car, then no doubt, the bot will be in the same software ecosystem as all Tesla products. You can get updates from your car using your bot as a personal secretary. Some countries already adopted AI operating systems to handle day-to-day phone calls from people. You can pick up the phone and have a full conversation with an AI agent, capable of helping you solve any issues you have. They can handle thousands of callers without anyone having to wait for hours to be connected to a human agent. They also learn from every single call and compile it into a proper script for them to communicate and help everyone out. Chatbots are just as useful in collecting data from people to help them with their needs. So the Tesla bot can learn what bothers you or what makes you happy or sad. You might be able to have a morning conversation with it like talking to a real person. And based on the AI learning systems, it can adapt certain gestures and movements similar to stuff humans do without realizing. Any investor hearing this would take out their wallet and throw so much money trying to make this reality. But there's plenty of loopholes in a humanoid learning robot. They can pose a threat to cybersecurity, since they can have access to all your personalized data and codes for your bank accounts or other important and delicate things. Some cyber criminals might want to modify the bot in a certain way to make it go faster or lift heavier objects. Giving the robot such strength might backfire and cause harm to anyone nearby. Even if the intention is good, the robot might respond in a different way, which will cause many scandals. Since much of Tesla's software relies on human behavior and the environment, fiddling with a robot to your personal needs can spell disaster. Elon Musk himself pictures humans merging with robots in the future, carving a path for our evolutionary descendants. In such a human-robot world, technology will be like the air we breathe. These bots could be the first ones to colonize Mars. After perfecting the bots to respond to humans and even make decisions, these robots can go on non-human expeditions and possibly be the first to land on other planets. SpaceX, which is another company founded by Musk, has been focused on bringing humans to the moon and then from there, sending them to the Red Planet. These bots can land on the moon without risking the lives of any human, and they'll already have the capability of handling themselves and get straight to work. Some bots could be specialized for certain tasks, like flying the rocket, engineering, or studying the ecosystem on Mars as scientists. Humans already had robot explorers roaming the surface and taking amazing images. But these robots can possibly do more and mimic what it's like for a human to walk on the surface of Mars before anyone lands there. They can record the sensations and send them back to Earth for us to observe and prepare for when humans arrive. They'll begin the construction of buildings for humans to live in and create an ecosystem. And by the time the construction is complete, humans would already be on the way to Mars to start a new life. The bots can walk in the open air and be the physical labor needed to build the foundations. These robots can even take control of imported machinery to excavate the ground. Proper vehicles designed for Mars can do things quicker than what we have at the moment. Technology will be so advanced by then that it may even seem like you're living on Earth. In an assembly line at a factory, the robots themselves aren't designed in human forms to operate the machines and assemble the pieces together. Rather, the robots are built to work on something specific. It wouldn't make sense to build a humanoid robot to drive a car and call it a self-driving car. They built the Tesla cars we know today. Same as having a humanoid robot operate the machines in a factory. The robot arms in the factories can do it perfectly. So the robots that would land on Mars will most likely be designed for certain tasks, A robot that's good at excavating will probably have a bulldozer appeal, but on different scales. Just like the robots that can fly to Mars will be specifically designed for flying. Tesla created a lot of buzz with the announcement of the bot. Even if nothing happens in the future, people are already talking about them and sharing articles and videos of that robot dancing.